Chef Talk with Kyle Cherek is brought to you by the following presenting sponsors: Mandel and the North End. For more information on these or other supporting sponsors, please click on the banner ads to the right of the Chef Talk episodes for links directly to their websites. For this Chef Talk with Kyle Cherek, I catch up with John Bauer of the Hotel Red here in Madison, Wisconsin, just across the street from Camp Randall. John is a Wisconsin chef through and through, born and bred not far from where I grew up. And it's fitting in this 48-room boutique hotel that his meals might be the only ones that reach the palate of a visitor in this dynamic food scene. It's fitting because his heart is so in it. It's John Bauer, the executive chef of the Hotel Red here in Madison, Wisconsin, and Chef Talk with Kyle Cherek. Madison. Your hotel's in Madison, which is ground zero, at least in this state, for like, in a good way, crunchy granola, local vor, all those things, but everybody does it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a dick if you're not doing it and you're cooking here.
Sure.
It's just that simple. So how do you distinguish?
I don't think I distinguish at all. I think like we talked about Milwaukee earlier. It's set up along these these geographical divides of cultures and whatnot. And Madison's almost like that. It's a big city, but it's a big town, but it's a really small city. And the East Side, is more, I think, conducive to a lot more of that culture. The Monroe Street, you get people that are more in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s. Just hardworking blue-collar people. That they know what they want. They know where their grocery dollars are going to go every week, and they certainly know when they're going to go to a restaurant if they're going to pull the trigger on that money and eat some, with somebody that's supporting their neighborhood. So people want to be able to eat great food but not pay for it the way that we have been since the 70s and 80s. And by that I mean you can still cook a great short rib without putting all those unnecessary additives in it, and somebody can leave feeling good. Not like they're loaded with salts and all sorts of unpronounceable stuff. That's more than anything. I get that as a request. What am I eating? Is there gluten in it? I'm sensitive to it. Is that grass-fed? Is that free, or is it jacked up with chemicals?
The thing that bothers me about the culture that you and I work in is that, we all make livings or tell stories to a certain extent, to a greater extent, around $22 entrees, which is a huge amount of money.
Sure.
Or $45 or $200 dinners, and on and on and on and on. And we're not New York or Chicago, where the income stratification is so extreme that there actually are a lot of people that literally is chump change. I'm telling stories. You're feeding everyday people.
That's you touched on my conversation with my owner and the management that I answer to when we first opened. Is I want to keep it affordable. I want to use I want to use fresh seafood. I want to use local meats. I want to use seasonal produce. I want to use cool spirits.
Right.
But I want to keep it where people aren't thinking, I'm not going to go in there and spend $12 on a beer. I couldn't charge you $35, $40 for anything on the menu right now. Ethically, I wouldn't want to spend that much going out every day. And I want people to come in and spend their money here, honestly. I want to give them a great reason to. Price, quality, taste.
Well, so what's it like for you when you plan a menu? Because this hotel, because it's next to Camp Randall, it's right here. I mean, it's red.
Sure.
It's Badger, it's
you
red.
Noticed.
Yeah. But all the times I've stayed here, I mean, it's a lot of looking at college, coming back to visit the kids. Your meal, and maybe one other, may be the only one that touches the palate of people from Rhode Island or, I don't know, where else.
Yeah.
And so you may be the tip of the spear and the full representation.
Nobody's ever put it with quite that much weight, but thank you. Yeah, it's...
Does it kind of freak you out that you have to represent for a really amazing food scene?
Yeah, it's daunting. You go out in this town, I think there's like 400 restaurants, independent, restaurants, non-chains.
Yeah, and it's hard to get a bad meal. You can, but it's hard.
It is, yeah.
You have to seek it out.
48 rooms, and like you said, maybe half of those people are coming to look at college, but maybe half of them are traveling through the 48 states or whatnot. And I'm lucky to get one meal out of them a day as a hotel. So,
right.
For me, usually that's breakfast, but when they take something with them, even from our honor bar, they take something Wisconsin back with them, whether they know it or not. I mean, we got it from our eggs to our bacon to our potatoes, you know, our cheese, our dairy. You can't, our jam, everything you'll get. I mean, why not buy it from our local neighbors?
Party fillets. One is rare.
Some filet, one rare.
One chicken. Party style. 7 party salmon. 2 mushroom risotto entrees. CDR, please.
Heard that.